Well, hello, beginning band drummers. This is Mr. Weissman coming from my house, and I just wanted to kind of get together with you guys a little bit, hopefully for the rest of the year, and maybe put some videos together so you guys could have some kind of lessons, some kind of FaceTime playing in your instrument. So I'm in my house here, and I have a drum, and I brought some sticks, and I have a book, and we're going to play through some of this stuff, hopefully have a good time. And what I want you to remember is, I want you to do the best that you can with this stuff. Don't worry about playing it perfectly. We're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff that we've kind of gone through from the beginning of the year. And we're just going to work on some stuff. We're going to have a good time. Take it at your pace and do the best that you can. If you don't have a drum with you, use a pillow. Try and use a table even. Actually, maybe not a pillow won't work, but a table will probably work. And if you don't have your book, don't worry about it. Email me. Maybe I can send you some of the lessons as they come up. So we'll do the best that we can with this stuff. This isn't about me trying to make you do anything. This is about me wanting to help you guys out and give you guys some time to play with your instruments a little bit in the time that you're at your house. So, in order to get started, I have a drum, I have sticks, I have a book, I also have a metronome. What you can do is you can play along with me on these things. And what I want to do to start with is I want you to remember just to do the best that you can. And you don't have to play like every day for hours and hours. Just try and take your drum out once a day, and play for 10, 15 minutes. Do some of this lesson. See if you can do all of it. That'd be great. If you can do all of this by the end of the week, you should be in good shape. But you don't have to memorize the whole thing or play it perfectly. Just have to do the best that you can. So for me, I don't have the snares on because I'm basically playing on a table. And I put it in a place so that you could see my hands when I'm playing. I want you to see that. So I'll stand up in a minute. I'm sitting down so you can at least see my face while I'm trying to talk to you. So what we're going to do is, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on, the Z strokes, right? Because we've done that before. And what we're going to do is we're going to do Z strokes with our right hand and our left hand. Without the book. You don't even need the book for this. And what I'm doing is I'm putting a metronome on. I'm going to turn a little faster than that. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Z strokes. And the Z, if you remember, is just letting the stick bounce on the drum head. So what a Z sounds like, I'm going to turn metronome off for a minute now. So a Z is like this. So basically I'm letting the stick hit the drum head and bounce off of it. So that's basically what's going on. So I'm going to do a right Z, and I'm going to do a left Z, and I'm going to do a right Z, I'm going to do a left Z. So if I do it with a metronome, sounds like this. So I'm going to go Z, 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 Z. Z in the right hand, Z in the left hand, Z in the right hand, Z in the left hand. I'm just going to keep doing that for a little while. Watch this. Ready, go. And you'll notice that my wrist is the only thing that's moving. My hand is holding, gripping the stick the right way, right? And then I'm alternating between the right hand and the left hand. And whenever the metronome makes a sound, that's when I'm playing the next note. So Z in the right hand, Z in the left hand, Z in the right hand, Z in the left hand. Just with the metronome. So I'm going to do it again. Here we go. Z in the right hand, Z in the left hand. Ready and go. Good. So that's the first thing I want you to start working on. And all you can do it on a table, Well, it looks like my sticks are going straight up in the air. They're really not. It's just the angle of this. Okay, so that's the first thing that I want you guys to do. Do your Z's, and then the next thing I want you to do are flams, right? And so to do a good flam, a right flam, your right stick is close, and your left flam, your left stick is close. So right, left. Let's just talk about flams for a minute. Actually, right stick is up for right flam, left stick is up for left flam. So right stick flam, left stick flam. And what you want to do is have them both kind of hit almost at the same time, like one right after another. And when I play, my right stick is up for my right flam, it goes down, they're even, and then when it goes back up for my left flam, my left stick is up. So right flam, left flam. So right flam, left flam, right flam, left flam. And if you're doing it right, it should sound like this. Right flam, left flam, right flam, left flam. Right flam, So here we go. Let's try and do that a little bit with the metronome. Here we go. Right, left, right, left. Here we go. Ready, 2, right, go. Right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay? Good. That's the idea with that. Nice job, everybody. Now, the last thing that I want to do in terms of just like playing some kind of rudiments and things that we're going to need for when we're playing is we're going to do a sticking pattern called a rudiment. And that rudiment is going to be called a paradiddle. And we're going to go right, left, right, right. And then we're going to go left, right, left, left. So if you want to write that down, it's right, left, right, right. That's a right paradiddle. And then the left paradiddle is left, right, left, left. So when I'm sticking it and I'm playing, it's going to go right, left, right, right, and then I'm going to go left, right, left, left. And when you do it really fast, right? Well, it's sort of. So that's the idea, okay? So let's try and play that together. We're going to go with the metronome. We're going to go right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, so here we go. Let's try and play that. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, good. That's the idea, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing so far? Good? Excellent. Now, let's move on a little bit. And the next thing that I want to do is I want to look at, in your books, the Tradition of Excellence books, which looks like this, right? Tradition of Excellence. And you're going to turn to page 11. We're going to start on page 11, and we're going to start with number 37. Number 37 is called two-step. And if you notice, the first it's in 2/4, right? So that means there's 2 beats in a measure for every measure, not 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to read this, and if you notice, the first 2 measures have flams on beat 2, and they're right flams. So right stick is up, right? So it's going to be rest right. That's the first measure. And then the next one is rest left, rest left. So rest right, rest left, okay? That's the first 2 measures. And then in the next measure, we have right flam left, right rest. That's the next 2 measures, okay? So I'm going to start on measure 1. Measure 1 is rest right. Measure 2 is rest left. Measure 3 is right, left, and measure 4 is right, okay? So if I'm playing that, okay, so now I have the metronome, and I'm going to go 1, 2, ready, go, rest, left. Or, sorry, rest right, I believe. Yes, rest right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, ready, go, and then the first note is a rest. Don't play on beat 1, Ainsley. Okay, here we go. Here we go, ready? 1, 2, ready, go, rest, right, rest, left, right, left, right, rest, okay? Keep your sticks down as much as possible and play right in time, right with the metronome. The metronome is kind of imitating what I do when I'm just snapping my fingers in time for you guys, right? This way, now what we're doing is we're playing it right in the same time with this metronome. So, let me do that again. Here we go. First 4 measures. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, right, rest, left, right, left, right, rest. Okay? So that's the first 4 measures. Now, let me turn the metronome off for a second. If you look at the next 4 measures, so we're talking, measure 5, we have a rest, and then we have a left flam. In measure 6, we have a rest and then a right flam, and then we have a left flam, right flam, left. So it's basically the opposite of the first one, right? The first 4 measures are rest, right, rest, left, right, left, right, rest. The second 4 measures are rest, left, right, left, right, left. Do we understand? So make sure you're playing the flams in the right spot. Now I'm going to try and play measures 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, 5 to 8. So we're starting on the rest left. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go, rest. Left, rest, right, left, right, left, rest. Okay? So that was the last four measures of number 37 two-step. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to play the entire song. We're going to start at measure 1. We're going to go all the way through it. Okay? Here we go. Ready? Measure 1. 1, 2, ready, go, rest. Right, rest. Left, right, left, right, rest. Rest, left, rest, right, left, right, left, rest. Okay? So that's how that goes. Now, try and take your time with it and work some of that stuff out. Now, the next thing that I want to do is kind of move on a little bit. I had written down that I just wanted to do all that stuff, but I want to go even farther. And I want you to look, let me see. Oh, yeah, actually. Let's go back. Let's go back to page 10, okay? And I want you to do page 10, number 33, which is London Bridge. And this way we can kind of work on some of the Z strokes. So if you look at the snare drum part, the top snare drum part on number 33, there's a snare drum part that says A, and there's a snare drum part that says B. I want you to play the A part, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to follow the stickings up on the top, and we're going to use the Z strokes. And this has half notes in it, and a half note gets 2 beats, and so we just play in the first part of that beat because we don't hold it over. So we're going to play number 33, and what we're going to do is we're going to just play it without the Z's to start. All right, so if I play it without the Z's, I'm going to play the first 3 measures because none of those have rests in them. The first 3 measures are going to be right, left, right, right, left, right, left for 2. Right, left, right for 2. Okay? So what I did there was I just played it with the correct stickings and the right rhythm, but no Z's. So this time, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to add the Z's. So now when we add the Z's, we have right, left, right, right, Z, Z, left for 2. Z, Z, right for 2. And that's how that works. Okay? So that's the first 3 measures. The next measure is measure 4 is just a rest, and it's a rest for 4 beats because this is 4/4 time, not 2/4. All right. So if we look at the next 4 measures, that is measures 5, 6, 7, and 8 on number 33, we have almost the opposite of it. We're going to do the same thing. This time what we're going to do is we're going to play just the rhythm. We're not going to worry about the Z's this time. So if we do that, we're going to play left, right, left, left, right, left, right for 2, left, rest, right, rest, left, right for 2, left. Okay? That's how that works. So I want you guys to all try and play that with me. We're going to start on measure 5, and we're going to go 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then we're going to stop. Here we go. Here's measure 5. 1, 2, ready, go. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right for 2, left, rest, right, rest, left, right for 2, left. Good. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the Z's on there. All right. So try and play the same thing with me, but this time let's have the Z's on there. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Left, right, left, left, Z, Z, right for 2. Z, rest, right, rest, left, right for 2, left. Okay, good. Now what I want you to notice is at the end of the song, where we just ended up on that measure 8, there's a repeat sign. There's 2 lines and then 2 dots. And what that means is we go all the way back to the beginning of the song and play the whole darn thing again. So we play measures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go back and play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. Okay? One thing I forgot to mention is measure 4. Now measure 4 has a rest in it, and that's just 4 beats rest. So when we get there, we're going to go rest, 2, 3, 4, and then we play measure 5. Okay? So let's start at measure 1 and play the entire thing, all 16 measures. Here we go. Metronome is on, getting ready to play. Here we go. 1, 2, beginning, go. Right, left, right, right, Z, Z, left for 2. Z, Z, right for 2, rest, 2, 3, 4. Left, right, left, left, Z, Z, right for 2, Z, rest, right, rest, left, right for 2, left, right, left, right, right, Z, Z, left for 2, Z, Z, right for 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, right, left, left, Z, Z, right for 2, Z, rest, right, rest, left, right for 2, left. Okay, so turn the metronome on. The only other thing I wanted to mention about that is if you look at the first note in the song, there's a little accent above it, right? There's a little thing that looks like that. That's an accent, and that means we just play that note a little harder. So instead of just playing like right, left, right, right, we would play the first one accented. Right, left, right, right. That's all that means. And the same thing happens for the next accent, which I believe is in measure 5. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing here? That was pretty good. So keep trying to work on that stuff. And then the next thing that I want to do, where is that? I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit. And I want you to look at, oh, yeah, I want you to look at page 14. I want you to look at page 14, number 43. All right, page 14, number 43. And what you're going to notice is on beat 3, we don't have a quarter note. We have 2 8th notes, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to play that rhythm, and it's going to be the rhythm in number 43, measure 1, is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 2 8th notes. Those 8th notes are on beat 3. And so what's going to happen is if I go back to my metronome, quarter notes are going to have 1 beat each. So these are quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. An 8th note is going to have 2 of them in 1 beat. So watch. 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 2. There's 2 notes in there. So the 8th notes are going to be 1 and 1 and. The first one starts on the beginning of the click, and then the second one's in the middle of it. So it's going to be, instead of it being 1, 2, 3, 4, we call the second 8th note an and. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So if we play 8th notes on every beat, if we play 1 and, that's an 8th note on the first 2 beats, of the first beat. 2 and is on second beat. 3 and is on the third beat. And 4 and is on the fourth. So altogether, it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let me try that again. Remember to alternate your sticks when you're doing this. Ready? Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at number 43 on page 14. And what you're going to notice is the first note's a quarter note, right? And the next note's a quarter note, left. And then we have 2 8th notes, right, left. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play that whole measure, which should sound like this if you're playing it right. Here's number 43, measure 1. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's how it works. And if you notice, every measure in this song is just that same rhythm. It's all 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you're doing it right, your number will match with the metronome. So let me try it again. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that's how you do it. That's how the rhythm goes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the exact thing that's written there. I'm going to do the right sticking as well. The correct sticking, I should say. So here we go. We're going to play all of measure number 43. with our eighth notes. Okay, here we go. So if you look at the sticking, the top sticking, it's going to be right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, and notice that when I play, my sticks don't go up here. They stay pretty close. So here we go. Ready? So number 43, all four measures. Here we go. Oh, there's a repeat sign there. So at the end of it, there's a repeat sign. We're going to play it twice. So we're going to play 8 measures of this. Here we go. Measure 1. 1, 2, ready, go. Right, left, right, left, right. 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 Beginning, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's basically how it goes. Try and practice as much of this as you can. Do the best you can to play with me, rewind the video, and try and play as much as you can with me, and do the best you can with this. And don't worry about it. We're going to get back sooner or later. We're going to have a lot of fun in band. We're going to have a good time. So I miss you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. So I'll see you when I see you. Okay? Have a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye. See you guys.